Christy Tinney, Annie Hammond, Taylor Pitchell, Danelle Pedrick, Nora Fettinger, Morgan Tong, Mackenzie Parker, Kennedy Johnson, Sierra Demarinis, Sydney Williams, Savannah Cotas, Brenna Hauser, and Maylee Vanderbeek. The Chippewas are coached by Christine McDonald, assisted by Don Holton and Katie Clements. And now let's meet your flippin' birds. From Abbottstown, Pennsylvania, a junior, Michaela De Filippo. From Menifee, California, freshman, Ruby Hernandez. From Orem, Utah, a senior, Megan McBride. From Rosemead, California, a sophomore, Caitlin Cash Money Coe. From Kirkwood, Missouri, a junior, Molly Jozwiakowski. From South Jordan, Utah, a sophomore, Carly McLean. From Hemet, California, a senior, Madison Loomis. From Las Vegas, Nevada, a sophomore, Shailen Murakami. From Laguna Hills, California, a junior, Hannah Nip. A senior from Orem, Utah, Madison McBride. A senior from Orem, Utah, Autumn Jorgensen. From Placencia, California, a junior, Morgan Alfaro. From Hernando, Mississippi, a sophomore, Rachel Smith. A sophomore from Spanish Fork, Utah, Stephanie Tervort. And from Boise, Idaho, a senior, Becky Rosa Thompson. The Flippin' Birds are coached by Scotty Bauman, assisted by Jeff Richards and Jamie Wysong.
Here on the campus of Southern Utah University for tonight's gymnastics meet between the Central Michigan Chippewas and your Flippin' Birds of Southern Utah. Thanks for being here with us on Pluto TV Sports. Bryson Lesser here on the call with you alongside former Flippin' Bird Tylee Bizzuto. Tylee, third meet third meet in 3 weeks for Southern Utah here tonight. We've had a little bit of a homestand here. We're excited to see what the Flippin' Birds come out and do tonight. How are we feeling going into this contest here against Central Michigan?
It's time for the pizza hut
I'm sure the
delivery of
girls
meat.
are
Gunny?
just, they're calm, they're confident. They've been in the APEC for the last 2 weeks, so this is like competing in their practice gym at this point. So they should be able to go out and hit their routines and just do a great job tonight.
In terms of wins and losses, Southern Utah split their last 2 in the homestand, falling to BYU but scoring their season high of 196.6, and then knocking off Utah State but scoring a 195.875. Obviously, the wins and losses are important, but Tyler, the thing that really comes down to at the end of the day is the score, and so
Right.
Southern Utah really looking to up on that 196.6 this evening.
Yeah, for sure. It's always, when you have meets back-to-back in your home arena, you kind of hope to build on those meets every week and get better and better, but they had a few mistakes last week, so hopefully they can come back from it and just do better than they did last week and just go out and do their gymnastics like they know how to do it.
We are live tonight on Pluto TV Sports here in Cedar City. Southern Utah Flippin' Birds, the Central Michigan Chippewas. As we get going here, we're going to step aside for just a few minutes to let you hear from some of our proud sponsors here on Pluto TV Sports. And when we come back on the other side, we will bring you the lineups for the first rotation here in Cedar City. Don't go anywhere. Southern Utah Gymnastics coming up. Pluto TV Sports. Alfaro, Carly McLean, and Madison McBride. It's been this way for a little bit. Ty Scotty seems pretty confident in this 6 he's got on ball right now.
Yeah, for sure. All of these girls are veterans, and they all have great vaults and are consistent on this event, so we should be able to see some good scores out of them tonight.
Over on bars for Central Michigan, it'll be Savannah Cotis.
That fan is in section E.
Row 3. Brenna Hauser, Adriana Hammond, Sydney Williams, Kennedy
Thanks,
Ray
Rally
Johnson,
Stop, for your constant
and
support
Danielle
of Thunderbird
Hedrick.
Athletics.
Scores here on the computer went down for just a second. So Central Michigan coming into this contest in their last meet out. They scored a 194.550, their season high this year. A 195.625 they scored when they faced off against Michigan State. So a good team out of East Lansing. Central Michigan saw earlier in the season. Just about 1 minute to go here in touch warm-up. Southern Utah and Central Michigan ready to go. Ty, some final thoughts as we go into this meet. As we mentioned in the open, third meet in as many weeks here at home. Southern Utah needs to take advantage and ride the momentum from those last 2 weekends here.
Hey fans,
Yes,
get up on
for
your feet
sure.
and show us your muscles for the rolling
wanna
rubber
put
flex
up-
cam.
Well, you want to put up good scores all the time, but it's easier most of the time to do it at home, and so I think they can use this to their advantage and just build off the last 2 weeks that they've had here.
Stop by Rolling Rubber, located at 256
Just about 20
West,
seconds
200
left here
North
in touch warm-ups,
Cedar
and we'll be
City.
ready to go. It'll be Stephanie Trevort up first on vault, Savannah Cotis on bars. Quick reminder for those watching at home, as you see scores
Today's
come in
vault
on the
rotation
screen,
is
they
sponsored
come in
by
as
meat
they are
sponsor
official
Charlie
with our
Southern
scorekeeper
Barbecue.
down on the floor.
And
So
when
you
you
might
walk into
hear
Charlie
me and
Southern
Tyler talking about
Barbecue,
different
you know
scores.
you're
We
right
see
in barbecue heaven.
flip around,
Stop
but
by
until they are
Charlie's Main Street
official down in the
location
computer
for all
on
you
the
can
scores
eat
table,
smoked pork sliders
you will
from
not
2 to
see
5
them
p.m.
on your screen.
throughout the month of February. Visit Charlie's, 126 North Main Street today. The 4-minute touch period.
4-minute
has
touch period is
concluded.
over. Stephanie
Judges,
Trevort is
please
ready
take
to
control
go
of your event.
on vault. And we should be rotating here tonight.
vault
Should
first
go
for
back and
Southern
forth and
Utah,
back and
Stephanie
forth
Trevort.
until the judges decide they've had to wait too long for the other set of judges. We've had that happen both times in the last 2 weeks. So.
Multiple times.
Stephanie Trevort, first up here for Southern Utah. Steph having a really good season for SUU in her second year.
Steph's going to open up the vault lineup with a Yurchenko layout full. Great height off the table, clean in the air, just that hop on the landing, but a
First up
good
on the bars
way
for
to
the
start
Chippewas,
off the T-Birds
Savannah
on
Cotis.
vault.
Savannah Cotis up first for the Chippewas over on bars.
A little bit short on that cast handstand, but great major release move to a bail. Very clean routine so far. Just gonna finish up here with a blindfold double tuck for her dismount. Step on that landing, but very clean routine and
Next up on the vault for
great
SUU,
start for Central
Rachel
Michigan
Smith.
on bars.
Rachel Smith now up for the T-Birds. Rachel, another one of those sophomores, having a great year for SUU. She scored a career-high 9.9 last time the T-Birds were at home here against Utah State. So she's definitely looking to, either match that or maybe improve on it a little bit.
Yes, for sure. Rachel has a unique vault that not many people do, so the judges like to see that, and they usually reward it if it's done well.
Rachel Smith ready to go here, and here she goes.
Great full on the table, tuck off. Went for the stick, but just ended up being a little bit short, so had to take a little hop forward, but her chest was up still, and it was a great vault.
So Rachel Smith, MRGC Vault Specialist of the Week last week after that 9.9.
Well-deserved score.
And now up on bars for Central Michigan, Brenna Hauser.
Good save on that cast handstand. Looks like her grip got a little twisted up there.
She just lose her momentum there.
Yeah, so when she went and did the blind change, which is basically just turning and pirouetting on the bar, you get to, she kind of missed her hand a little bit, got twisted up there, so couldn't quite keep it going.
So Hauser will get back up on the bars here. Talk me through this side. Where is she able to start here in this routine?
She hasn't really done much yet, so she's gonna start all over again, but she was a little short and kind of had the same problem right there.
So she'll go over and chalk up here. And you gotta love the home crowd here in Southern Utah, being very encouraging.
Yes.
Giving her some claps of encouragement. She chalks up, gets ready to get back on the bars here. A couple scores over on vault will give you Steph Trevor and Rachel Smith both go 9.775 on vault. Codis first up on bars for Central Michigan at a 9.8. So a good starting score.
Does a toe on to a bail handstand. Little short on that cast handstand, but going into her dismount, double lay. Little short on the landing, let her knee hit, but she got back up and she fought through that.
For the Thunderbirds, Caitlin Coe.
Now over on vault, it'll be Caitlin Coe for Southern Utah. Caitlin Coe, career high 9.8.
Wow, that was a great vault. Yurchenko layout, clean in the air, good. Height off the table, and pretty much a stuck landing, a little bit of a heel raise, but other than that, it was great.
As I was saying, Caitlin Coe's career high 9.8. I would expect we see that or maybe a little higher.
Maybe a little higher tonight.
Wait and see what those judges think over on vault. We'll go back to bars here. It'll be Adriana Hammond, but I'm sure the judges will deliberate over here for a minute.
Yes.
See, one of those scores on vault, one was a 9.85, so we'll see what the other score was. So on bars, Ty, each time you come off the bars, what kind of deduction are you looking at?
So every time you come off of the bar, it's 5/10. Anytime you fall on any event, it's 5/10. So she's down a point from her 2 falls. She didn't have a major release in there because that's what she was going into before she fell. So you have bonus taken away for that because she didn't complete that. And then she hit her knee on the dismount. And I think you can take between 3 to 5/10 on that depending on how the judges feel and how low it was to the floor or different situations. So
over on vault, Caitlin Coe given a 9.85, so that was a career high for her. Good prediction by us. That'll probably be the only time we're right all night, though.
yes.
We don't have a great track record with
No.
predicting scores. That's why we don't do it. Again, Adriana Hammond next up here on bars. It's a 9.25 for Hauser.
7.25.
Oh, 7.25. They put up a 9 the first time. I'm not taking the full brunt for that one.
Beautiful, okay, sounds good. Beautiful cast handstand to a blindfold to Kachev. Going into her bail. Now getting ready for the dismount right here. A little wobbly on that blindfold, but into the double tuck. Step on the dismount, but overall a pretty good routine.
Next up
Great
on
bounce
the
back
vault
from
for the
Hammond.
T-Birds, Morgan Alfaro.
And now we'll go over to vault where Morgan Alfaro is ready to go for Southern Utah. Morgan, a primary vault worker for the T-Birds, has a career high of a 9.9, season high of 9.875. That came against BYU.
Another Yurchenko full, and that was a stuck landing. So that was a great vault and just a great way to build off of Caitlin's score and Caitlin's vault.
Anticipating a pretty good score
Next
here
up on
from
the
Morgan
bars for the
Alfaro.
Chippewas, Sydney Williams.
Now Sydney Williams going to be up for Central Michigan on bars. T-Birds have 4 routines in here. Carly McLean and Madison McBride are the last 2 up. Carly McLean, the lone all-arounder for Southern Utah tonight, and it is a 9.875 for Morgan Alfaro, so great call by you, Tylee. She is following up on Caitlin Coe's score there by building it. And a good start on vault for Southern Utah. It's a 9.675 for Hammond. And now Williams should be given the go-ahead to hop up on the bars.
Cast handstand, she's gonna go blindfold to Kachev. Way high in the air, right to a bail. A little short on that bail. I had to do a couple back hip circles to control it and regain her momentum, but finishes with a blindfold double tuck and a pretty good routine.
Next on the vault for the Thunderbirds, Carly McLean.
Carly McLean now up for the Flippin' Birds. Last year's MRGC Freshman of the Year. Meet in and meet out. Southern Utah's lone all-arounder right now. Got a few other girls that might be given that opportunity this season, but as of right now, Carly's the only one competing all 4 events, and here she goes.
Great Yurchenko full. Looked like a stuck landing from here. So again, just a great way to build off of those last 2 vaults. And that's exactly what you want to do in the lineup. The coaches strategically put the girls in certain spots to hopefully build off of each other's scores.
Kennedy Ray Johnson now up on bars. We'll wait for a score here for Carly McLean. And I think we're still waiting for a score for Williams over here on bars. We are. We're going to have a conference over here on bars, so it'll be a second here before Johnson is able to go. Scores going up for Carly McLean. We're going to have another 9-8-5. So Southern Utah piecing together a pretty solid vault rotation here. Ty got Madison McBride in that final spot, but they got to be feeling pretty good about the start they've had here.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime you're a 9.85 or better, and right now we have 4 of those, so this should be a pretty good vault score.
If the T-Birds were done right now, they'd have a 49-2. So, as you mentioned, a very solid score. Still got the opportunity for Madison McBride to improve on Steph Trevor's 9.775. But even if you got to take that, I mean, that's a solid score to have to take.
Yes.
.49.2 would be enough for 4th all-time in the SUU record book. Score set at Boise State in 2009. High score on vault ever for the T-Birds as a team was a 49.325 set in 2015.
Twice.
Yeah. Were you in the
Apparently we had a
both
good
days?
I have no idea.
Williams given a 9.275 for her bar routine. And now we will continue on here with Johnson. Kennedy Ray Johnson here in the number 5 spot.
Over on that cast handstand, had to compensate and do a pirouette. Tried to save it, but just decided that it might be better to get off, and a lot of the times that is the smartest smartest decision when something goes wrong. But
Kennedy Ray Johnson chalking up, getting ready to get back on the bars. See, I was going to say you could just lie and say that you were on both of those rotations, but you'd probably get a lot of text messages right away if you were lying. So.
I know. Blindfold Tkachev, a little low on the Tkachev, just kind of skimmed right over, but good comeback after the fall for sure. Going into her dismount right here. Finishes with a full in. A pretty good landing, just a small hop, but great way to come back after that
Final
fall.
competitor on the vault for SUU,
Now the final
Madison
competitor
McBride.
on vault for Southern Utah. We got Madison McBride in the number 6 spot. So Maddie Mack ready to go here. Southern Utah looking to improve on the 4th best score in school history on vault here.
A beautiful Yurchenko full, and that definitely was a stuck landing. So that was a great vault, and again, like I said, the last few girls, a great. She'll go blindfold to a way different dismount. So that's, she'll step onto the bar and shoot herself off. For some reason, the name of that dismount is not in my mind right now because I don't see it very often. But Very unique, and judges like to see unique things. So on top of the clean routine that she did beforehand, that should be a pretty good score.
So we're going to step aside for just a few minutes here as the first rotation comes to a close between Southern Utah and Central Michigan. When we come back, we'll give you team scores, update you, and get you ready for the second rotation here on Pluto TV Sports. Tied school record. Southern Utah's vault team tonight scored a 49.325. That ties the school record set back in 2015. I found that 2015 lineup.
You did.
Yep. It was Rochelle Bernier, Virginia Brownsell, Brittany Jensen, Danielle Ramirez, Stacey Webb, and Madison Blake.
So I was not in it.
You were not.
I wasn't a very good vaulter back then. my prime vault time was senior year.
From the moment you
Thanks for
walk
being
into
with us
Charlie's
here on
Southern
Pluto
Barbecue,
TV
you
Sports.
know
Southern
you've
Utah
arrived at
Gymnastics, the
barbecue
Flippin' Birds
heaven. Stop
hosting
by
the
Charlie's
Central Michigan
Main Street
Chippewas here tonight.
location for all
So
you
the
can
Flippin'
eat
Birds had a
smoked pork sliders from 2 to 5 p.m.
49.325, a very good score to
All
start
everywhere
things
you
off,
Visit
led
Charlie's
by
at
Madison
126
McBride
North Main Street
9-9.
today.
Central Michigan goes 47.750 on bars, 298s for them,
Tonight's
but
bar
they
rotation
did
is brought
have
to
to
you by
count
TDS.
a
TDS has been
9-2 and a
providing high-speed
9-2-7-5.
internet TV
So
packages
Central
and
Michigan a
phone
little bit
service
behind the
to
8 ball
customers
here
in hundreds of
to
rural
start
and
things
suburban
off.
communities nationwide since 19.
Now we move to the second rotation. Southern Utah on bars, Central Michigan on vault. For Central Michigan, it'll be Kennedy Ray Johnson, Morgan Tong, Sierra Demaris, Sydney Williams, and Danielle Pedrick. And then over on bars for Southern Utah, we go Hannah Nip, Shailene Murakami, Carly McLean, Becky Rosa Thompson, Stephanie Trevort, and Kate McCullough.
Just gonna start off with the Yurchenko full laid out. Pretty good start to the vault lineup for the Chippewas. Good height on that off the table, and from here it looked like a stick, but she might have moved a little bit.
Kennedy Ray Johnson up there first on vault. Now we go to Hannah Nip on bar.
She was a little short on that cast handstand, but going into her blind Jaeger and then a bail. Looking good so far. Good cast, and she'll finish up here with a double lay. To stuck landing, maybe?
See it on the replay here, brought to you by TDS. She got that.
Yes, a stuck landing. So that's a great start for the Thunderbirds on bars. Yurchenko layout half. Step on that landing, but again, a great ball and should be another pretty good score.
Kennedy Ray Johnson got a 9-8. We'll see what Morgan Tom has there. And then worth mentioning, Central Michigan, unless the lineup has changed down there and we're unaware, only going to have 5 competitors on vault. Shailene Murakami now up on bars for Southern Utah. And it's going to be a 9.875 for Hannah Nip to start things off. So a really high score for Southern Utah right out the gate.
Yes. Great start. Hopefully they can just build on that score. Great cast handstand from Shy. Beautiful Jaeger to bail. Very clean so far, and she'll finish up here with the dismount. To a beautiful stuck landing. Great bar routine. Not much deduction in that routine at all, so that should be a great score.
Assistant coach Damie Weissong down there, encouraging the crowd to chant 10 back over on vaults to Marin.
Great Yurchenko full hop on that landing, but so far the Chippewas look good on this event, and they're getting good height off the table.
All right, Demarinis over there. I get in trouble every once in a while because they abbreviate the names on the scoreboard, and sometimes I forget. You can only fit so many numbers and letters on the scoreboard.
Yes.
We got Carly McLean next up on bars for Southern Utah. She'll be the third competitor. There's 2 more competitors to go on ball because they only have 5 tonight. And that's going to be a 9.95 for Shylin Murakami. I'll tell you what, Ty, Shy is having a great sophomore season here for Southern Utah.
Yes, she is.
There's no 2 ways about that. And that,
No.
that ties her career high, which she said earlier this year, but she's just been bringing it for the team.
Yeah, she has. She practices this way though too. I think I've only seen her fall on this bar routine once in her 2 years being here, and she's just a great gymnast all around, competitor, everything.
Now, Carly McLean, another one of those strong
Beautiful
sophomores.
first half. It's a great routine so far, very clean. Beautiful dismount. I'll hop on that landing, but as far as the rest of the routine goes, there was little deduction, so that should be another great score.
Southern Utah looking good so far tonight. Now we've got Williams.
Yurchenko full, good height, good distance. Hop on that landing, but another good vault.
We got a 9.95 from Shy, a 9.875 from Hannanen. Anticipate a similar score in between those for Carly McLean.
Yes, for sure.
Right around there. And then Becky Rosa Thompson next up for Southern Utah. And another 9.925 gymnast here for the T-Birds. Worth mentioning, the Southern Utah team set the school record on bars against Brigham Young University. So now this team either owns or has tied for 2 of the 4 event school records here.
Yes.
And it's going to be a 9.825 for Carly.
2-5.
Becky Rosa Thompson ready to go on bars. And it'll be Pedrick in that last spot on vault for Central Michigan.
Little short on that cast handstand. Gonna go into a huge Jaeger bail right here. Beautifully done. Look from my angle a little short again on that cast, but great blindfold double tuck for her dismount, stuck landing. Again, another great score. Or it should be another great score. You never know.
Never know. Pedrick on vault. She'll wrap up this rotation for Central Michigan. And after a rough go at it on bars, Central Michigan really done a nice job here to bounce back on vault.
Oh, for sure. She just did a Yurchenko double full to a stuck landing. Great vault. Double full starts at a 10, whereas the normal Yurchenko full starts at a 9.95. So she has a little more bonus in that vault, and she stuck the landing, so that should be a pretty good score.
Playlist inside the American Friends Event Center tonight is hype.
Yes, it is.
Can't go much longer without mention. Becky Rosa Thompson going to get a 9.875, so another solid score here.
Yes.
T-Bird Nation. Trevor ready to roll.
A little short on that cast, but goes into a huge ginger. A little close. She's supposed to connect the bail right there, but had to take another swing. Does the bail, kind of misses her hand, but she's fighting through this routine. And she is not gonna get off the bar until her dismount. So good fight for Steph. And even with the little mistakes, pretty good routine. It will probably be a little bit lower of a score with no connection out of that, but we'll see what they do with it.
They're showing Thunderbird football player Bishop Jones on the screen with the cutest golden retriever puppy.
Oh.
Central Michigan done over on vault, just had the 5 competitors this evening, so Southern Utah will keep it rolling. Caitlin Coe in that final spot. But Pedrick got a 9-9 for Central Michigan with that last ball. So the Chippewas bounced back with a great score of 49.1 on vault after struggling on varsity.
Yeah, great score to come back from, and it's always hard to kind of pick up that momentum after.
And as you mentioned, a little bit of a lower score for Trev Trevort. She gets a 9.325 for not having that connection in there.
Yes.
Now Caitlin Coe ready to roll.
Caitlin's gonna do a Maloney to start off, right to a pack. Beautiful so far. She's gonna finish up here with the dismount. A little short on that cast handstand. And a little bit short on the landing, took a hop forward, but a pretty good routine, and she stayed on the bar, and that's all you want after someone else in the lineup falls. So
that brings us to the end of the second rotation, Southern Utah and Central Michigan. When we come back on the other side, we'll get you updated on scores, get you ready for that third rotation live here on Pluto TV Sports.
The 2-minute transition period begins now. SUU will be on beam.
First up on the beam for Southern Utah is going to be Ruby Hernandez. As Ruby gets up on the beam, we'll tell you the Thunderbirds lead this meet currently with a 98.6. Central Michigan with a 96.850. Ruby Hernandez up first on beam for the Thunderbirds. She will be followed by Rachel Smith, Shylin Murakami, Hannah Nipp, Carly McLean, and Autumn Jorgensen.
getting ready for her series right here. Beautiful series, very solid on that landing. Great jumps, a beat jump, double stag. Beautiful front aerial to a split jump. she's getting ready for her dismount right here. She'll do a side aerial to a back full. A little went for the stick, kind of hopped forward when she saluted. So, but a great routine, very solid, and a great way to start off the T-Birds on beam.
Here on floor, Central Michigan will go Taylor Pitchell, Sierra Marinus, Sydney Williams, Kennedy Ray Johnson, Morgan Tong, and Danielle Hedrick.
Going into her first pass, she'll open up here with a double pike. Beautiful double pike, great chest up on that landing. Switch side Copa for her leap. Going into her second tumbling pass right here. A front layout, front full. Looks like her legs gave out just a little bit going into that front full, but she was able to pull it out and stay on her feet. And then going into her last pass right here. Finishes with a double tuck. Beautiful tumbling pass. And a beautiful routine, great way to start off on that event.
Up next on the beam
Michigan
for the
having a
Thunderbirds,
good meet
Rachel Smith.
after that bar rotation. Rachel Smith now up here for Southern Utah. Rachel Smith, the only gymnast I've ever seen leave her hair down.
I used to leave my hair down all the time.
Oh.
But
well,
it was
you
in
had
a lower
shorter
it was
hair.
in a lower ponytail.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Beautiful round off layout, step out for her series. Side aerial for her acro skill. A little wobble on it, but she pulled it out. Cat leap towards jeté. 3/4. And then going into her dismount, a round off 1.5. Step on that landing, but very little wobbles in that routine, so another
Next on
great
the
routine for the Thunderbirds.
Sierra Marinus.
Next up on floor will be Sierra Marinus.
Going into her first tumbling pass. Opens up with a double tuck. Looks like she stepped out of bounds right there, which will take a 10th off of her final score. Great leaps. Her second pass is double pike. Good landing on that tumbling pass. And then going into her last pass right here, she'll do a 1.5 front layout. And a great routine for Sierra, just that couple steps on her first pass, but overall a good routine.
Shylin Murakami now up for Southern Utah on bars. Looked like it was a 9.725 for Rachel Smith. Obviously that 9.95 on bars for Southern Utah.
Getting ready for her series right here. She usually does a triple series, flick, lay, right into another flick. A little bit of a wobble on that, but she stayed on and just kept going. Beautiful jump combination. She'll go into her dismount right here, a side aerial full. Went for the landing and stuck the landing, but her chest was down just a little bit, so they can still take some tense off for that. But great routine. And it should be a pretty good score.
Sydney Williams now up for Central Michigan.
Going into her first pass. Opens up with a double pike. Great chest up on that landing. Getting ready for her second pass right here. She'll do a full front lay.
All you need to do is put single ladies in your routine, and I've got it.
Yes.
It's a 10.
She's having fun out there. Going into her last pass. Finishes with a double tuck. And great routine, fun routine to watch.
Up next on the
Should be a
beat,
pretty good
400,
score.
Hannah Nip.
Hannah Nip now up for Southern Utah. Still haven't seen that score for Shiloh Murakami. I probably missed it. I did. It's a 9-8.
I missed it. Beautiful front aerial beat jump for Hannah. Going into her series of flick lay. Solid on that landing. Great jump combination. She'll finish here with a gainer dismount off the side to a stuck landing. Great routine from Hannah, very solid and clean, so that should be a great score.
Kennedy Ray Johnson now up for Central Michigan. It was a 9.85 for Williams, so 9.85, 9.825, 9.65 so far for the Chippewas.
Opens up that floor routine with a double tuck. Good height. Leap pass, a switch side copa. Getting ready for her second tumbling pass right here. Do a front lay, front full. Very nicely done. Crowd is going crazy over Hannah's score on beam. Getting ready for her last tumbling pass right here. Round off whip, 1.5 to a front layout. Great floor routine.
As Tylee mentioned, Hannah Nib given it 9.95. A phenomenal score. You know, any other event in the Thunderbird record book that'd tie you for the top spot, except
Yes.
on beam.
Except on beam.
Stacy Webb, the lone 10 in Southern Utah history, holds that record, but still an incredible score for Hannah Nip. That 9.95 puts her in a tie for second with Karen Gonzalez, Elise Wheeler, and Leah Sakata. Pretty good company.
Yes. Beautiful series from Carly. Great leaps, very clean. Going into her cat leap side aerial. And then she'll get ready for her dismount right here. She'll do a round off 1.5 to a stuck landing, and I had very, very little deduction on that routine, so that should be, again, a great score for Carly.
I never want to jinx it, but one time in this building, there's got to be a 10 in it.
I know.
One time.
I know.
It's never happened.
It's never happened. The only 10 happened at BYU, and that's a little strange to me.
Morgan, yes, Morgan Tong now up on the floor for Central Michigan.
Goes into her first pass, a front step out to a round off back handspring double tuck. Second pass right here, she'll do a 1.5 punch front pike. Going into her last pass, finishes with a double pike. A little bit short on that double pike. She had to, her chest was down in the landing, but overall a good routine.
Back on beam, Carly McLean given a 9.875.
9.95.
The judges must have seen some things out of that routine we didn't see.
Final competitor on the beam
Apparently.
for the Thunderbirds, Autumn Jorgensen.
Autumn Jorgensen now up for Southern Utah, back in that beam lineup.
Beautiful leap combination. Goes into a punch front right here. Great punch front. And then getting ready for her series, she'll do a flick lay. Very solid and clean on that series as well. She'll finish here with a, oh, just kidding. She has jumps still. Great jumps. And now she'll finish with a dismount, gainer full off the side, stuck land. I believe that was a triple full. So a great first tumbling pass. does a 1.5 front layout for her second pass. And you'll hear music similar to this for our team in just a minute. Finishes up here with a double pike. A great routine and a great finish for Central Michigan.
The Ironman landing right there is not going to go unnoticed from me. That was great. That'll bring us to the end of the third rotation. We're headed to the fourth and final. Southern Utah to floor. Central Michigan heads over to beam. We will bring you updated scores and lineups here on the other side. Southern Utah, Central Michigan live on Pluto TV Sports. Welcome back to the American First Event Center here. Fourth and final rotation coming up. Southern Utah on floor, Central Michigan on beam. Bryson Lester and Tyler Pizzuto here with you for the fourth and final rotation. We're going to start over on beam with Demarinis, Sierra Demarinis, up first for Central Michigan. They'll go Demarinis, Vanderbeek, Parker, Cotis, Tong, and Hedrick. Then over on floor for Southern Utah, Autumn Jorgensen, Molly Jaws, Mikowski, Caitlin Coe, Hannah Nipp, Carly McLean, and Madison McBride.
Just getting ready for her series right here. Flick lay. A little off on that. Took a decent sized wobble, but was able to stay on the beam. She'll go into a cat leap, switch side. And a front aerial for her acro skill. Going into her dismount right now, a round off 1.5. Just a little step on that landing. Besides the wobble on her series, a pretty good start for Central Michigan on beam.
For the Thunderbirds, Autumn Jorgensen.
Autumn Jorgensen are ready to go on floor here for Southern Utah.
Autumn's going to open up here with a double pike for her first tumbling pass. Beautifully done. Getting ready for her second pass right here. She's going to do a front lay, front full, right to a split jump, or a Sassone. Beautiful tumbling pass. Going into her leaps right here. Beautiful leaps. And then getting ready for her last tumbling pass. Going to finish it up here with a double tuck. Great floor routine and a great start for the Thunderbirds on that event.
Go back over to beam now for Vanderbeek. Haley Vanderbeek.
Getting ready for her series. She'll do a flick lay. Very clean and solid on that series. Good leaps. Go into a cat leap side aerial for her acro skill. Getting ready for her dismount right here. Round off 1.5, just a step on that landing, but a pretty good beam routine.
Up next on the floor for the Thunderbirds, Molly Jazwiakowski.
Now up on floor, Molly Jazwiakowski. Ready to roll for Southern Utah. A couple rough outings last 2 times here at home for Molly, but a fierce competitor. She's going to give this floor routine everything she's got. She just wants to have a clean one here in the Apex.
Yes. Hopefully she can do that tonight. She's going to start here with a front double full front punch, or punch front for her first tumbling pass. Beautifully done. She's going into her second pass right here. Do a triple full. Great landing on that tumbling pass. And that's the Molly that we remember from last year. Great routine from Molly, and because she has so much bonus in the 2 passes that she does, she only has to do 2 passes. So that was a great routine, and it was great to see her come back after a couple of rough routines.
Heard it from the crowd too. The America First Event Center was very excited for Molly Jazwiakowski right there. Mackenzie Parker now up on beam for the Chippewas. Central Michigan got 9.625, 9.775 to start things off here on beam.
Gonna open up this beam routine with a series, flick lay. Very solid on that landing. Great beam routine so far. Goes into a cat leap front aerial for her acro combination. She'll finish here with a round off 1.5 dismount. Step on the landing again, but great routine, solid and clean, so that should be a pretty good score.
Over on floor, we have a career high to report as Molly Jazwiakowski and me and Steve Meredith down on the PA are going to say it at the exact same time. So I'm going to slow down for just a second and tell you she got a 9.925. It was going to trip me up if we said it at the exact same time. That's a new career high for Molly, high score of the night for Southern Utah. And as you mentioned, just so great to see her bounce back with that amazing routine there.
Yes, for sure. Caitlin's going to open up her floor routine with a full in for her tumbling pass. Great, or very nicely done. Great leaps. going into her second pass right here. We'll do a front lay, front full. And then her last tumbling pass, she'll finish here with a double pike. Great routine from Caitlin.
Caitlin Coe looking to build upon Molly Johnson-Winkowski's 9.925. And now we will go back to beam here with Central Michigan, and it is Savannah Cotis. Parker got a 9.750 for her beam routine.
Little wobble on that full turn. Beautiful front aerial right into a flick for her series. Beautiful jump series. She'll finish here with a side aerial tuck full off the end of the beam for her dismount. A little short on that. Her chest was down on the landing of that dismount, but a pretty good routine overall.
Received a score of 9.9.
Caitlin Coe with a 9.9 on floor. So Southern Utah is rolling right now.
Up next on the floor for
Next
the
up for the
Thunderbirds,
T-Birds
Hannah
is
Nip.
going to be Hannah Nip. Hannah Nip just had that 9.95 over on beam.
Hannah's going to open up here with a double pike. A little extra power on that, but she covered it up pretty well. Going into her second pass, do a full front layout. Onto her leaps. Very pretty. She's gonna finish here with a double tuck for her last pass. Great routine for Hannah.
Up next for Chippewas on the beam, Morgan Tong.
Morgan Tong up for Central Michigan. Just two competitors to go on each side. Two for the Chippewas, two for Southern Utah. It'll be Pedrick after Tong on beam, and then McLean and McBride to finish things up on floor for Southern Utah.
Goes right into a front aerial flick lay for a series and an acro combination. Into her leaps. Beautiful leaps. Finishes with the side aerial layout full dismount. Step on that landing, but the rest of that beam routine was very solid and
for the Thunderbirds,
clean.
Carly
So it should be a
McLean.
pretty good score.
Carly McLean now up for Southern Utah. SUU's all-arounder tonight, having a pretty good score in the all-around, all things considered. For Carly, she's got 9.85, 9.825, 9.875. Let's see what she does here on floor.
Carly's going to open up here with double pike. She always switches that first pass up, so I never know what she's going to do. But great first tumbling pass, good chest up on that landing. Going into her second pass right here. She'll do a round off 1.5 front layout.
Worth mentioning is Carly gets ready for her final pass here. Hannah Nick giving a 9.85. Last up for Southern Utah.
Carly's going into her last tumbling pass right here. She'll finish with a double tuck. Beautiful last tumbling pass and a beautiful routine from Carly.
The final competitor on the beam for the Chippewas, Danelle Patrick.
Carly McLean doing her thing on floor for Southern Utah. Pedrick in the last spot here. Oh, wow.
Oh, a very interesting mount. Showing her flexibility with a split on the beam. Honestly, very hard to do, actually. Goes into her series, flick lay. A little wobble on that, but stayed tight. Good leap pass. Front aerial for her acro skill. And finishes with a round off double full dismount, stuck the landing. Great routine and overall a great rotation for the Chippewas.
On the floor exercise, Carly McLean was awarded a score of 9.925. The final competitor on the floor for the Thunderbirds.
Last competitor of the meet for either side. Madison McBride here for Southern Utah.
Opened up with a beautiful double pike. Going into her second pass, she'll do a front lay, front full. She's getting ready for her last tumbling pass right here. She'll finish her routine with a double tuck. Beautifully done. And a great end to a great floor rotation for the Thunderbirds.
Southern Utah closes the meet out strong on floor and chasing what could possibly be another event record based on what Madison McBride gets here in that final spot here for Southern Utah. We're going to take a quick break, bring it back on the other side. We'll have final scores for you. We'll let you know who won each event, and what the result here was on floor for Southern Utah. Don't go anywhere. Results coming up here on Pluto TV Sports. A little longer to tabulate here this evening, but we've got them for you here. We will run through the event champions. First on vault, it's between Madison McBride and Danelle Pedrick, both scoring 9.9s on the event. On uneven parallel bars, it was Shyla Murakami with her second 9.95 of the season. On beam, it was Hannah Nick with a 9.950. On floor, Molly Jozwikowski and Carly McLean both scored 9.925s, along with Pedrick from Central Michigan. Then in the all-around, it's Pedrick with a 39.525 and Carly McLean with a 39.475. Normally we give you the final score here and step aside, but we got to talk about this one, Ty, because Southern Utah tonight scored a 197.225, which is a brand new school record for score, and just an incredible night of gymnastics here from the Thunderbirds.
Yes, definitely. I mean, all around, they did great. I mean, they set or tied a record, an event record, set an event record tonight, and then obviously set the new school record. And I mean, they just looked great out there. They looked confident in their gymnastics, and they just looked comfortable in what they were doing. And it showed in the way that they competed and the way that they were behind each other and just built off of each other's scores. And they just had an amazing night.
Obviously, you were part of the team that scored that 197.025, the highest score ever in school history. The competitive side in you probably wanted that record to stand forever, but the realist in you knew it would go down at some time. How much pride do you have watching this team tonight break that school record?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, you set records in hopes that they eventually get broken. So for them to do that tonight and for me to be able to be here and watch them do that, it's just an amazing experience. And I think all along we knew that this team had so much talent and passion for this sport, and they just really came through tonight and were able to break that record.
We will step aside now, let you listen to the award ceremony here in Cedar City. The crowd's going to go wild when they hear what that final score was here tonight, so we want you to experience that. Congratulations to the Flippin' Birds, scoring an all-around team score record, 197.225. For the entire production team and Tyler Bizzuto sitting next to me, I'm Bryson Lester signing off from Cedar City. We will see you in 2 weeks back here in the American First Event Center. Until then, we'll see you next time.
And tied for first with a score of 9.925 from Southern Utah University, Molly Jozwiakowski. These are the all-around results. With an all-around score of 39.475, finishing in second place from Southern Utah University, Carly McLean. With a score of 39.525, finishing in first place from Central Michigan, Danelle Pedrick. These are the team results. Finishing in second place with a score of 194.850, Central Michigan University. And finishing in first place with a brand new school record score of 197.225, your Southern Utah Flippin' Birds. Tonight's final score of 197.225 is brought to you by Pallet Bakery, a proud sponsor of SUU Athletics. Pallet Bakery and Ice Cream Parlor wants to help you make this Valentine's Day special. Treat your Valentine with a chocolate mousse cake or white chocolate raspberry cheesecake, or go with the classic dozen chocolate dipped strawberries. This year, make Valentine's Day unique with Pallet Bakery. Pre-orders are recommended. Hey fans, your Flippin' Birds return to the America First Event Center on Friday, February 21st as they host Big 12 foe Iowa State University at 7 p.m. Tickets are just $7 and are available at the America First Event Center box office or at tbirdtickets.com. It's academic success night. If your student has a 3.0 GPA and shows their report card at the ticket office, they'll receive $5 admission. That's your SUU Flippin' Birds hosting the Iowa State Cyclones on Friday, February 21st at 7 p.m. Travel home safely, everybody. Good night.